Hey, what's up 2024 fans? That's right, another top 5 video so soon because I want to get this one out before any of the games do. I'm gonna be ranking my 5 most anticipated games coming out this year, but I'm gonna be honest about something quick. I don't really know what is coming out besides my top 3, so I had to look up a couple of these at the bottom here that I don't feel very strongly about, but I'll tell you what I mean. So anyway, let's just jump right into it, shall we? Number 5, Star Wars Outlaws. So it looks like we're getting another Star Wars game, and oh hey, it's open world this time. And it's being published by Ubisoft, so right away, that's not a good sign. But I am a big fan of the concept. It's something I myself always thought would make a great Star Wars game. Have us play as someone completely disconnected from the movies and from the Jedi, and let us just freely explore parts of the universe as just another person making it by. There won't be a character creator as it seems to have a set protagonist though, but I don't know, I think I might be interested in it enough to give it a chance, especially since I think I'm trying to scratch an itch that the KOTOR remake announcement has given me. I'm not sure what's going on with the development for that game, but I know they hit a bump in it or something, that's why it's been delayed. Either way, I'm looking forward to Outlaws not sucking, but if it does, then whatever, I'm not even that invested. And a little honorable mention quick because I almost had this here as my number 5 instead, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons remake. The reason I'm interested in this one is actually because I've never played the original, and this would be a perfect opportunity to finally see where all the love for the story is coming from. But I also can't guarantee that I will buy it or play it because I just don't have enough interest to pay attention to the release date. But you never know, I might give this puzzle game its fair chance eventually. Number 4, The Casting of Frank Stone, a single-player story choice-based game set in the same universe as Dead by Daylight. I only just learned about this thing when I looked it up the other day, and apparently Behavior is working alongside Supermassive Games, the people who made Until Dawn and now the Dark Pictures anthology. And together they are making a Dead by Daylight story game, which I assume will use a very similar formula that Supermassive has used for their previous games. Now, here's where my take comes in. I think the only good interactive story game that Supermassive has ever made is Until Dawn. That's the only one that's genuinely good. The rest are terrible. But they hit that phenomenon where they are so bad that they're enjoyable. Like, you can laugh at them and have fun making jokes about the awful writing and juvenile story. That being said though, Frank Stone is going to be a win-win for me, because let's say it's surprisingly good, then it may spark some of my long-dead interest in Dead by Daylight back to life. You know, I'll have no complaints there, but if it's bad like I think it will be, then at least it will still be an entertaining experience to point and laugh at. That's why I'm looking forward to it. I may play with a friend, definitely with a couple of drinks, and just have a good time. If the game comes out very well though, then hey, all the better. Number 3, Silent Hill 2 Remake. I have been keeping my eye out for any update regarding this game's development since it was announced, and there just hasn't been anything. Until recently, that is, where the release date has been supposedly teased for this year. Now let me get this out of the way. Yes, I know Bloober Team is behind the development, and Konami still has the publishing rights to Silent Hill. Nobody likes Konami anymore, and they shouldn't be forgiven. But when it comes to Bloober Team's ability to remake the game, can everyone just chill out and wait to see anything of real substance? We have seen the bare minimum of this remake, and yet there is a new video daily talking about how you should be worried for Silent Hill 2 Remake or that Silent Hill 2 might be in trouble, all repeating the exact same sentiment about Bloober Team and how they're gonna fuck it up or ruin the tone or whatever. When I think it's overdone because again, we have seen almost nothing from this game. No real gameplay other than that one shot of James dodging the nurse. And I adore Silent Hill. I haven't had the chance to play all of them, but I am willing to suspend my suspicion of Bloober Team's capabilities to not screw the game up, especially since their weakest department is their writing. I think their Blair Witch game is one of the worst written psychological horrors ever made. But Silent Hill 2's story is already complete. It's already there for them to just work off. All they have to do is modernize the gameplay to a justifiable degree to remake one of the best games ever made. If it sucks, it won't take away from the original. If it's great, then I'll be thrilled. Konami has basically let the hype for it die since they refuse to release any updates for some reason. And don't get me wrong, all the worries regarding Bloober Team are completely valid. You know, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy about that, I just really want to play this thing before I cast my judgment on it. But overall, I hope it's good. I really do. Number 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Now this one is kind of cheating because 1, it's not a whole new game, it's DLC, and 2, while I'm pretty sure it's finally slated to come out this year, I don't think there's any guarantee of that. But then again, I can't promise anything different for the rest of the games on this list, and also who gives a shit, it's my list. I've really wanted to get back into Elden Ring lately, but it's a huge time commitment. The game suffers from success in that it is so big that the replayability is just not that appealing to me, at least. I would need something different, you know, like I would need new content, which is exactly why I'm awaiting this DLC so patiently. But I mean, come on, Elden Ring came out in 2022 and this DLC still hasn't dropped. They need to hurry with this shit because people have been waiting for a minute now. If FromSoft has been developing it this entire time though, you know it's gonna be good. I mean, it better be. I'm expecting this to be on Old Hunter's level of quality, which is why I'm praying to Miyazaki it finally drops this year. Number 1, Yakuza 8, aka Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Now, this game is mainly why I even made this list, since it's coming out this January, the first month of 2024, and that's partly why I'm anticipating it so much. A friend and I have recently binged replaying a bunch of Yakuza games, with myself finishing Yakuza 6 again just the other day, which I have considered for a long time to be the worst Yakuza game to end Kiryu's story on. Video on that coming soon. But after all that, and seeing Gaiden's ending just a couple of months ago, I can say with certainty I'm ready to see Kiryu's story end for real. More than ready, I'm excited more than I am somber about it. I think Kiryu has had an amazing run. I will always remember him as the heart and soul of Yakuza, but there is such a thing as too much, and enough is enough. After several games of faking out his death, writing him off only to bring him back immediately, and just torturing the guy overall, I think he has earned a proper finale. Let the dragon rest. I will say this now, I think Kiryu has to die. Definitively. Otherwise, they will always find some way to write him back in. I think he has to die in this game, and I am honestly hoping he does, despite how much I love the guy. The cancer angle is bold, but it works, and if they do everything well, I will be 100% emotionally invested and happy to send off the most iconic protagonist in Like a Dragon. And then Ichiban can happily run around and do whatever the fuck they want him to in future titles. But if it's disappointing, I will be the first to vocalize it. Story aside, this is slated to be the biggest Yakuza game ever, with many new party members, whole new areas of minigames, and so much to look forward to. I cannot wait to enjoy every minute of this game. With that being said, we just about covered all the games in my list. Thank you as always for watching. Thank you for 1,000 subs again, by the way, this channel's first big milestone. I hope to share much more entertainment going forward. Feel free to let me know what you're excited to play this year, whatever game you're anticipating, and I'll check it out. But yeah, stay surfing, gamers.